firstly, I am not judging any 40% student and a 40 or 90% student. I am saying that if there are ICSC pattern is so good, so why is there CBSE and MPPSC board education system? Why are government wasting their money on the these types of books in MPPSC and CBSE? Because ICSC pattern is so good, so you have to apply ICSC pattern all over the India. So why don't you apply all over the India? Why are there are three types of courses are there? You know, three types of courses in a state, but in all over India there are 28 plus CBSE and ICSC patterns are there. So if ICSC is so good, why are you wasting your time and money on the CBSE and MPPSC and other states secondary board system? And students have to learn their state education system. Somebody is learning central board education system, and because ICSE is so good and only some students are learning from ICSE patterns. So there is the expenses of print a paper of there are if ninth exams are or they are organizing ninth class exams, so they have to print three types of question papers from different patterns of board education system, just like CBSE, MPPSC, and ICSC. So there are also three different types of coachings are there. So they are wasting our time, and students' mentality is also demotivated because he thinks I am from MPPSC and government and somebody says that ICSC is so good and I am learning from the lower class board education system. So I don't have the knowledge just like who is learning from the ICSC pattern. So these types of things also demotivate of a student to a student. And there are something more expenses for the government. So government is not taking the education sector seriously. Just like in the syllabus, they are in social science. What is the need of social science in ninth, 10th, and 11th, 11th and 10th class? We learned the 8th class what is the social science, and in the ninth and 10th class you are teaching about the other countries atmosphere, other countries nature, and which crops are good for other countries. So what is the need? Why student learning from other countries? Because India is too big country. India has many types of crops, many types of fruits. Why are you don't teaching us whole India's nature, whole India's crops? You are teaching us other countries natures, atmospheres, crops. What we don't student don't need to learn about that. And there are approximately 60% of course is about to other countries, and if a student don't learn about that other countries, he got failed in social science. And in the history syllabus and the history chapter, they are teaching about maximally 80% of Mughal empire and 20% of India's real history. So what is the need? If a student wants to learn about that, he got failed, and he is failing because only of ridiculous and useless subject. So government have to give attention to their education sectors, and if there are any education board system is based, so he have to apply all over India, not for other countries is different.
Yeah, okay. Like if anyone want to study from Hindi medium, he don't want to study from English medium. So like he can do by MP board. Like here is also problem of the English. Like if you are just going in a CBSC or ICSC, that will be totally in a English, and that will not easy to do for who don't know about the English, because that will be very difficult. It's also depend on your atmosphere. We are just talking about the village. If there is not a good teacher, they are not just giving good things to student, they will unable to learn English. It means because of English they will unable to get education. So that will be very bad problem for us. It means the like you are just saying that we have to just apply CBSE and everyone have to study by English. It means you are just losing your Hindi. You are just going to forget your culture. And I would like to give you a second answer. The like what is the difference between India and Pakistan? When you will try to watch Pakistan history and anything, then Pakistan always teach about Pakistan. They don't give any news about India, about any another country, because Pakistani thinks that if we will try to give a good news about India, about any other another country, then most of the person will try to go there for study, and they will try to impress from that country. It's a bad mentality of the Pakistan. But what is happening in India, we are just getting educations about all country. It means what was the history of England, Australia, America. It means we have a knowledge, and what is going on in a nowadays, we know everywhere, we know everything. So that's a very good. It means you should know about all things. Like if you are just going to in an engineering field, it's the not like that you have knowledge like you are a just engineer. You should know, you should connect with the grounded. You should know feelings about the person. It means you cannot become a good leader, meanwhile you will never feel what is the emotions of persons, why is he doing work, what is the problem, what is happening with that person. It means you have just feel a good things. And you can see NSG commando. NSG commando is protecting to Narendra Modi. And what is the need to fight with anyone? It means if they will have a gun, then they don't have a need to fight for self defense. But they can just hit. How can him protect himself? The like if he had a not gun, then and how can he jump in a water, and how can he fight there? It means they will have all collections of the knowledge. How do he protect himself in a bad situations? How does he protect himself in a bad situation? It means that's a very good thing. So we are just taking a lot of knowledge. It means we are prepared to face every times every problem. So that's the reason. That's the answer of your question.